We back yet? Hello?
Hello? Oh, yay! Okay, they
Whoa.
can hear us. Okay.
Griffin's entering the nether and we've been muted. We were talking about bastions and ground zero and all these cool things.
We've had such a great conversation and you guys didn't hear any of it.
It's really sad. Just get better, guys. Just get better. Anyway, Griffin entering the nether, Oxy entering the nether. I can't tell who that is on the middle right. They don't have their name, but they're entering the nether too. Exciting Raoul's in the nether.
Oh, I think is that No Fear?
Oh yes.
I want to say
Fear.
he's always the one with the heart rate monitor, and I appreciate that. I wish everybody had a heart rate monitor, to be honest. I think it's hilarious.
That'd be fun. Anyway, it looks like we've got a treasure bastion. Is that which is fun.
And it's looking like probably an SSV fort, so a really fast fort here for these runners, which is really awesome. I love seeing an SSV fort. We've got a few different, like, oh no, Raoul taking a death here in the bastion. Oh, that is heartbreaking to see. It's looking like he is going to just go ahead and run back to his items. Um, oh no,
I
he
know
took a reset. He took a
yeah,
reset.
he's
Yeah,
resetting.
I
At
was
that
gonna
point,
say
there
it
was
looked like his items burned
in
in lava, so yeah, that
lava.
makes sense.
Be
Um,
interesting to see how fast we go, because you can quite easily with the treasure, if you rip incredible luck, then you can leave really quickly with the
yeah.
gold from just one rampart. But
And you know what? Like, obviously, it absolutely is devastating to have a time loss like this in a tournament with so many participants. But there is 4 seeds, right? So like, you do still have opportunity to make it back in the next seeds. And who knows? Raul's a pretty efficient runner. He might be able to make some time back on his
what's
run.
the bet that Raul still manages to get first? Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far,
I
but
mean, I
I
doubt it.
think
But
I think he
you got no cue.
I
Yeah.
do think top 10, maybe top 5 is
Yeah.
reasonable.
At least he's cracked. And it doesn't look like anybody's ready to leave yet, but they're all trading. Pretty much all the gold's been collected. Looting chests now, waiting for trades, and then it'll be out to that fortress in the Soulstone Valley.
I'm seeing low obby on some of these runners' screens.
Ooh,
I'm seeing 15 for that runner.
15
So
for
I
the Griffin.
wonder if it might be a situation where you either have to choose to wait and force that 20 obby, or maybe do a home portal. Oh my goodness. Um, or just do a blind. I think home portal is the way to go here.
Home Portal is definitely the play for consistency, but it might be interesting to see what some players do, because some players might try to just get that blind, because you could, if you were lucky and got 100 block blind while everybody else is doing Home Portal, you could absolutely demolish. So is it worth going for? I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I
I
just
wouldn't
don't think
recommend it.
that's worth it, That's such a high risk to take in a
But
tournament where, like, being a little bit safer and a little bit more consistent 100% pays off.
but in the minds of some of these people, I could see it happening. People like Priffin who've already won a week.
This is true. This is true.
Is it worth it? Maybe. Who knows? But I should imagine we'll see some, especially Pearl hangs back to the home portal.
Yeah, I'm likely to see some pearl hangs. Unfortunately, it's looking like this fortress is like just on the edge of the
Yeah,
SSV, so um
we still have some people trying to force the 5 RD, or sometimes even the dynamic RD, depending on what people are doing.
yeah.
But we see Priff in there. He's just blaze bedded a spawner, playing for consistency. But he's only got 60 nobby, so he's probably gonna have to go back. But it's not very far back to that portal, so it should all be good.
Yes. Yeah, I do see some people with some lower render distance, I'm guessing, for a pearl hang. It's looking like this runner on our main screen is just pearling back to that.
Yeah,
Uh
it's Priffin, and Priffin is on mad pace. Say mad
yes.
pace, nothing incredible. 6 minutes on the way back to home portal. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, considering the seed, it was a little bit awkward to get into that treasure bastion too.
And Silver's really not Silver. Priffin's really like demolished this Nether, because they were later into the Nether, because they messed up and didn't get any flint, so they had to spend a while trying to get their flint while everybody else was making their way to the bastion, which is pretty funky.
And it's looking like on our bottom right, I'm trying to read that name, Kahoot? Looks like
yeah.
is on a very similar pace here of as Priffin throwing his pearls kind of synchronously.
HDMI cables. He has actually blinded, but I've seen in his inventory he's got 12 obsidian, so he's found that obsidian somewhere. Probably did he go to lower treasure quickly? I don't know.
Either that, or maybe just it waited for some extra trades or something along those lines.
Possibly. Anyway, Priffin on his way to coordinates, so is Kahout, and HDMI cables will be too. I'm not quite sure where Oxy is. but it looks like she's on her way as well. So it's crazy, and I mean, yeah, we've got some mad pace here. What time is it? It's 7:40. So are we gonna see a sub 10? We're gonna see a load of sub 10s, maybe. It's gonna be
Yeah,
like
I think that's very likely with Zero and
yeah.
potentially Ground Zero.
Mm.
Very much in the
Last
books.
week we had 4 or 5 runners all zero cycling at the same time. Here we have Priffin first in the stronghold, I think, doing preemptive, which is lovely. Let's hope he finds it quickly and then can hit that zero cycle. In fact, do we have enough string for a zero cycle?
I
I don't know,
didn't see
probably.
inventory.
Looks like it to me now with all of Priffin's beds. So we've got a
Oh
bunch of people in
yes.
the stronghold. Everybody in the stronghold at once. The pace is so matched, but there's Priffin entering the end. Exciting, going for that zero cycle. How difficult is it? How is it? 85? Why 85? They're gonna hit this surely. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going up to 95. So as long
Looking
as
very confident on this.
as long as the dragon doesn't fly, it should be all right. So you can hit it.
First bed,
Alright,
good
damage.
damage. Second
Decent
bed,
damage. Yeah.
it's looking like maybe a 6 bed.
Yeah, one more.
Nice. And
Let's
Priffin finishes it off. I believe that is going to be our first completion. Heading into the portal here. We've got lots of other runners though entering the end. The right side of our screen is just pure end and end portals. And looking like a lot of runners going for the zero. Actually, I think all of them, which we love to see that. It's
so good. Priffin finishing with a 9 minutes and 19-second run there. Are we going to see another sub 10? Not too sure, but Silver is there, zero cycling at 9:34. Oxy, they're all zero cycling. It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
oh,
to
it's
see.
so
Even more than
satisfying
last
to
week.
watch
It's
them
so
all do
good.
it at the same time.
Silver rips his zero cycle, done. Oxy done hers. Anjo done his.
Silver finishing it off on just 1 heart. That is like a little bit scary to see.
Oxy getting a sub 10 with a 9:55. What are we going to say? Silver barely misses out on the sub 10 with a 10 minutes on 1 second. Anjo waiting, just misses it. We got 2 sub 10s. 2 sub 10s and like 6 zero cycles. That's wonderful to see. It's beautiful stuff here, isn't it?
I am seeing, it looks like No Fear unfortunately messed up his 1 cycle and is now going to, I'm not sure, he's paused. He might be out of explosives here. It's really, really disheartening to see. Budgie, though, going for a zero here. Decent damage and has 2 anchors. So lots of opportunity here. Yes, pretty clean for him.
Wonderful.
And hurling back down to that portal. I'm going to be entering the end here. Or entering
it's a lovely sub 11 there.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Or at least I think it's going to be sub 11. It might not be. But it looks like it should be.
We do have a few people who did DNF as well behind the scenes. Probably some unfortunate deaths or things like that. You know, it happens. But we do have Quist coming in with a 10:23. Low coming in with a 10:26. And Budgie finishing with an 11. And we'll see, we've got some runners here in the end waiting for regular 1 cycle. HDMI cables coming in with the perch. 2 really clean anchors. And gonna have to finish it off with this diamond sword just because of a lack of explosives, it looks like. But we'll finish it off with that diamond sword coming in clutch.
So many fast runs. The pace has been incredible. And it was a fast lead. It was buried treasure. So it's sort of what you expect.
Yeah.
But still, lovely stuff.
Yeah. It's looking like our Priffin time got recounted to 9:19. That's our fastest completion here. We got this runner here waiting for that perch. Oh, and it does look like 7 Ral is just finished up that zero cycle. We didn't quite get to see it, but he did finish it up. So he was able to complete, I believe that was top 10. So my prediction was correct.
Good job.
We got
Not
2
too many
synchronous
people
1
left.
cycles
Yeah.
coming in
Ooh, 90
from
Tom having to finish it off with the sword, or did the dragon? Oh, the dragon's flown away on such low health. Oh dear. I think.
so 2 more completions coming in there. 1 more person going for this 1 cycle. Or sorry, 0 cycle. My goodness.
Yeah, Vimes, will they hit it? Not too sure. They got plenty of beds, I should hope, and anchors. Yeah, no, they should manage that with this anchor. Yeah, good job. Oh, they're low, but they've got just enough to pearl. 90 Tom looks like they're trying to slowly break all the crystals.
Yeah, break all the
With
crystals.
No food,
explosives.
nothing to clutch if they fall. If they're hit by the dragon once, they're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pain.
This is scary. Oh, 1 HP. They don't have enough HP to break the rest of these crystals.
No, they don't. Slightly
I'm not sure what the plan is here.
At this point, they've still got like 6 minutes. Is it better to just like death reset and then like try and make it back, but with beds?
That's honestly
try and
not the
share
worst
some
idea.
sheep.
Oh my god, did you see that? He was like practicing his bed clutches before going down. Or not bed, boat clutches.
Was he trying a boat? Oh,
I think he might be giving up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think
On the off screen here, we do have some more completions coming in. Raul with that 12:22. Oxy finally entered their time of 9:55. Keenan with a 13:42. Max with a 12:42. And HDMI cables with an 11:48.
Yeah.
So that's, I want to say about half our runners have either DNF'd or completed now.
By now.
So we got the other half still running.
I don't know what 90 Tom is trying to do here.
I don't either.
I mean, I appreciate that. Oh, that's
okay.
fair. That's fair. At this point, 5 minutes left. Do you just take the DNF?
Honestly, with 5 minutes, I do think that's enough time to, you know, get a little bit of beds or a couple more explosives and maybe make it in time. It would be tight, but I think it is the right runner can do it. Oh, this is an eye measurement. I was like, what is going on our screen? So this runner here, Slava, just throwing their eye. So it's going to be tight for them to be able to...
They have got everything. And that stronghold, as far as I can remember, was fairly easy nav.
That's true, with preemptive.
With preemptive. So, you know, it shouldn't be too bad, you know. They've got more like 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. But
yeah,
still possible. PL, DKD, PL, on the way to second quarters, but it looks like they've only got a 54% on their calculator. So
that's not good numbers.
Well, to be fair, 54% is like over half the time, and most of the time, if it's a little bit off, then it'll just put you somewhere else in the stronghold.
That's true. But if it doesn't, then you have to recalculate and dig down and
then there's no way you finish with this amount of time, realistically.
Yeah.
Ooh, Slava encountering some hoglins, manages to evade them. Not too far to those. Yeah, surely not too far. The coordinates now.
And it does look like PLDKD did hit that portal, so was actually able to make it work on that 54%. So that's good for them.
They'll just be finding their way to the portal room now, and then they'll be off on their jollies with. I mean, they're gonna need to probably rip a 0 to be able to complete now.
Yeah, either a 0 or a really lucky purge.
Yeah, insane RNG for that. They'd need pretty much an insta purge by the time they find it.
I will say I don't remember Priffin going this way, and he does hit the library,
No.
so he is struggling on this now just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the stairs that I remember. So he's on the right way now.
Should be good.
Should be hitting it right here.
Yeah, to the left here.
There
Yeah,
we
they
go.
find
Okay.
it. They've got their eyes crafted the right amount. They're
And
gonna.
it does have beds crafted too, so I'm guessing he's gonna go for 0 here.
He's got to go for 0, surely. 1 pearl will tell now. No, not going for 0. So
No, just going for a regular one, and is going to have to hope for a perch in the next 2 minutes.
Gonna go for half bow or not?
No half bow, just raw dogging life. Oh, didn't have all his beds crafted either. So
and not too many beds. So if you're not that comfortable, but
yeah.
at this point, like, I think I'd rather go and mess up a 0 than not.
Or at least go for half bow, you know, like, because with half bow getting it in 2 minutes is pretty reasonable.
The thing with half bow is that it's gonna make it more consistent, but it will take longer. You don't get to get the chance of that insta perch. So I can understand why DKD didn't do it.
I mean, we do have, I believe we have a force perch at 3 minutes, I want to say, but 3 minutes is too little for DKD. Slava here did manage to hit the stronghold, but it is not going to be enough time, as we are entering our last minute before the time runs out.
Yeah, we've got a double DKD on the screen though, which is always exciting. I love it when we've got 2 of the same person. I don't know why, but I do enjoy it. Slava's still trying to finish up, even though they've got literally no time left. We need that perch now. In fact, we needed that perch 20 seconds ago, really. I do not think DKD is going to be able to finish it.
Is that a perch?
Yes, it is, but
it is a perch. I don't know. Oh, they are really
15 seconds. It's
okay. Barely catches that dragon before it got too low.
It's going to be at least a 6 bed, if not more, like, to be able to. Ooh.
Anchors. Oh, it's going to have to finish it with an axe, and that is going to be the time difference, I think.
Got
yeah.
5 seconds. That is so sad.
Oh,
Congrats,
that
Griffin,
hurts.
for the win there, though. Good job. I'm sorry, DKD, for that heart-wrenching moment.
Yeah. We do have a couple more finishes coming in. Astley with a 15:31, Vmiz with a 13:26. And that is the end of round 1. Of course, Priffin taking the win. And I believe Oxidiate came in 2nd place for that. So we are going to cut to a quick intermission. And then we will be back for round number 2.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to Weeklies number 3 of 116. We are in round number 2 here. I am Nat once again, joined by ILCP. We
Hello.
had a very, very exciting round to get us going for this week. Priffin taking the win, Oxidiate taking second place, and Silver taking third place. These are all names we expected to see at the top of our leaderboard. What did you think about that last round?
It was lovely. It was lovely. All of those wonderful zero cycles, all at the same time. What is there not to love? You know, last week we had 4 at the same time. I think was the peak. That was at least 6. You know, maybe even 7.
And we didn't even see the ones going on off screen too. Like that could have been even more. It was very satisfying. We're seeing Oxy here actually practicing her zero cycles. So next seed coming in. What's your prediction on the Bastion and what the seed is going to look like?
I reckon. So we've already had Treasure. So I'm feeling we're gonna get a bridge.
Okay.
I love a bridge Bastion. So I reckon we're gonna get a bridge.
I'm gonna say stables. I think they're gonna throw us a little stables here, but like a nice stables, like nothing mean, you know.
Yeah.
It's only round 2.
Fair, you know. Stables is an interesting one. I hate stables, but then I love stables. It's like
learning stables was like I hated it so much. I was like, why are we calling this one Bastion? There's like 5 different ways you can run it.
There's too many routes in stable. I just, as long as it's all triples, I'm fine. I enjoy the route then. It's fast, it's exciting. But as soon as you've got to go down to a gap, or like you've got to play just a gap, oh, it's so slow and painful and horrible, and you're just gonna die from all the hoglins. It's hell. I
do think if it's stables, I'm gonna say it's a triple stables. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, no, if it's stables, let's hope triple. Maybe it's triple stables. That's fun, or divorced triples.
Yeah.
You know,
make the obby nice and easy, because we did have some interesting obby in the last one. It does look like a ruin portal start here for these runners, which is fun.
Fast one.
Nice and fast
as well. You know? So nothing too much to worry about, because the problem with ruin portal seeds normally is how slow they are. Well, not how slow they are, is the food. But we've got 8 golden carrots here at the start. That's lovely to see. And we see runners getting some wood, some stone tools probably, then getting straight into the nether. Ridiculously fast.
Yeah, no iron here for this ruin portal. I do see somebody trying to go for buried treasure.
Ludlow inside, inside the nether, making the way to the housing bastion. At least I think it's housing, which is fun and exciting. So yeah. Trying to force a buried treasure. That's interesting. Who's doing that? Anjo. Maybe they think it's meant to be a buried treasure seed and that the ruin portal's there by coincidence. What's fun about ranked is it's guaranteed that there will be iron in the chests. So
yeah,
they don't have to worry too much about that. Especially because it's housing. The chests are quite easy to access.
Yes. We're seeing Oxy here entering that housing bastion and going for a safe chest open, looking for that iron. None in that. Oh, there we go. There's some iron, and probably going to be in the other chests over here.
Really slow enter there from Priffin compared to everybody else that time. But it looks like Kahao is starting the route already, and Mr. Budgie's already trading. Which is fun.
Yeah, fast pace here for Mr. Budgie. There's that iron here that Oxy just picked up, and so she is going to be able to head down and start trading.
Yeah, great to see. Getting those backup blocks, which in ranked is important. Because if you don't,
I like to see that. Especially because there wasn't enough obby on the last seed. It did look like there was a lot of obby in chest, so I don't think that's going to be an issue here. But it is still helpful to get that extra string for
couple more
zero
pearls,
cycle, extra pearls, extra fire res, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, just helps out. I know, and especially in ranked, it can put you at a huge disadvantage because that one block of gold could give you the difference between being able to zero and not zero.
Absolutely. And we might be able to use extra nuggets to maybe make some extra golden apples or something like that.
Yeah.
Because we do have 8 golden carrots, but
we've got
that's
plenty of obsidian as well.
Oh my God,
33 on our
33.
obsidian screen. That's lovely.
If you mess up, it's no big deal. You can just make another portal.
We can have 3 different portals. Isn't this fun?
It looks like Oxy is going for a pearl hang here while they're picking up their last few pearls, and that is going to be almost 2 stacks.
Plenty of pearls too, yeah. You got 16 pearls to play with, and then 12 obviously needed for the portal. So it's fine. Silver in the fort, lovely. Oxy in the fort. Mr. Budgie even in the fort. Sub 4 minutes. This is fast. I mean, it's a ruined portal seed.
It's a ruined portal into a housing. Like, it doesn't get much faster than that.
A ruined portal with food as well. It's
like,
and it's a double blaze
and spawner. A double spawner. Oh my goodness.
This is mad. I mean, it's brilliant. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It's fast. But it's mad.
Yes, this is a fast seed. I'm expecting to see several sub-10s come in. We only saw 2 for the last round, and I think that number is going to increase here. These runners are on excellent pace.
Unfortunately, these rates aren't quite as juiced up as the seeds, but it's fine because there's a double spawner, so the blazes are spawning pretty quickly. Oxy on 4, I think, is the most we've seen yet. Priffin, despite entering slower, looks like he's going to be, at least I think it's Priffin, it might not be Priffin, but he was at that point in the screen last, and he doesn't have
I think that's probably Priffin.
I think
Priffin's actually going to be taking a portal here, and so is Budgie and
Silver too.
In the bottom.
I don't know, Mr. Budgie and Ludlow at the bottom.
Oh, Ludlow, that's
Silver going for it, Priffin. All measuring eyes. Oxy waiting for 6 until she starts measuring eyes. Maybe that's in case it's a really close blind. Like if it's like 100 blocks, then maybe you just want to be able to go. I can see why that makes sense because you've got to get them anyway.
And to be fair, I think she had spawns the whole time. She didn't even have a freaking spawn, so I think that's why she took some time before going.
It wasn't waiting around.
Look at how many beds she has in her inventory. Did you see that? That was crazy. So yeah, somebody said in chat that ground 0 might be the play if it's not zeroable. Absolutely. Like, this is the seed to do it on. You have food. You have so many explosives. Like, this is.
Do they have iron for bars? I don't know, but they probably.
I think so.
I'd imagine. Like, are we gonna see a sub 7? Like, if because Oxy's digging down right now, Silver building his second portal, like, can we sub 7?
I think it's, if I don't know, it's gonna be really tight. I don't think so, but at least probably maybe sub 8, maybe sub 9.
Oh, but Silver's in the portal.
Whoa! Oh my God,
he's not pre-crafted. He's not.
Oh no, he is. Oh yeah. Oh.
If he'd pre-crafted, then maybe, but unfortunately not. Maybe sub 7:30. If 0 cycles tend to be about a minute long, it's 6:24. He's up that tower. Oxy in the portal room now. Wonderful. Is Silver going for the 0 cycle?
It looks like it.
Going back. Bed number 1, decent damage. Bed number 2. Alright, bed number 3. Not too good. 4, not too good. But they've got plenty of beds. 5.
Okay, good damage on 5.
And an anchor. He's gone, he's going down. Not quite sub 7, but low 7.
Is doing her beds on the other side. Really clean damage on these beds.
Yeah,
I want to say that was a 5 bed or something like that.
Something like that, but it was such a clean 0 cycle. Lovely to see that from Idiot. Raoul also zeroing. Mr. Budgie, mid-0. No fear, just having zeroed.
Oh my goodness, these are some fast runs.
That was incredible.
I cannot believe how quickly these completions are coming in. Let me go check that time on.
I think that's silver with a
finish.
7:10.
7:10, so not quite sub 7, but sub 8, and almost a sub 7. HDMI cables also finishing off rather quickly. Oxidiate came in with a 7:21, so several sub 8s coming in here. No Fear with a 7:33. And Rao with a 7:45. Holy, that's
so many sub 8s. That was so fast. It was a wonderful seed. That's probably the fastest seed of the event.
I want to say, yeah, this was a crazy seed.
You don't get much faster than a ruined portal into housing, into double spawner, into, it wasn't that far of a blind.
Super clean nav.
Like, off,
easy stronghold nav. I was so impressed with
90 Tom is going for ground 0.
Oh my goodness.
So that's fun and exciting. I don't know whether he's going to hit it, but he's going for ground 0, and we love ground 0. Can he get the placement?
Okay, so talk us through what he's doing here for the people who don't really understand how ground 0 works. Because if you're just tapping into Minecraft speedrunning, what the heck is going on our screen?
So basically, there's a lot of different ways to kill the dragon. Most of the ones that you see is the one cycle. That's where you kill the dragon in one perch, one cycle, because the dragon goes through weird movements that we call cycles, in the center fountain. Then we came up with the 0 cycle, which is where you do the same thing with beds, but at predetermined coordinates in the sky, because you can then do it without having to wait for the dragon to perch, which is brilliant. But then, the problem with a 0 cycle is it's not possible on every seed. So then we have some genius people in the Minecraft speedrunning community figure out that if you go to the end fountain, then if you basically... you hide yourself from the world with these iron bars, you hit a tower. I don't know why you have to break a tower, break a crystal, but you do. And then you place the bed ridiculously high above you, and it just manages to reach the dragon to kill it without you taking damage. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know more than that. I've not learned it, but I've watched a lot of videos.
Okay, so somebody said that you have to break a crystal because otherwise the dragon will try to fireball you instead of pushing.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. That's so cool. I love seeing the tech that people come up with. We are seeing another completion here on the right side of our screen for this runner. Let me read out some of these completions because these times are absolutely crazy. We have HDMI cables coming in with a 7:54. So in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sub 8s.
Oh, that's lovely.
Keenan coming in with an 8:25, Priffin with an 8:54, Hinart with a 9:10, Astley with a 10:09, Vmiz with an 8:36. So these times are crazy. So many sub 10s, so many sub 8s.
It's incredible.
Yeah, oh my goodness. We're seeing
even more fast runs. We're probably going to get a couple sub 12s here from people zeroing or one cycling now. It's still so fast.
And that's the crazy thing, is there's still 9 minutes left on our clock. So even if you made a mistake, even if you took a death, you can still complete the seed in time. It's crazy.
I mean, if you know where everything is, you could reset now. And you could probably, knowing where things are, get a 6:30 run. If you knew.
Yeah.
If you had to skip the entire blind split.
Exactly. If you already have those coordinates. We are seeing TFJK coming in with an 11:35. Just simple one cycle, really nice and clean. Slava just finishing up his one cycle. Oh, was it a 0 cycle? Oh, it was a 0 cycle. Sorry, I wasn't looking very clean.
It's so good. Don't worry. We got DKD waiting for that perch. So is whoever's on the bottom right. I'm not too sure who it is, but it's certainly somebody. And then we've got Devido going. Let's hope they're going for a 0 because I love seeing a 0 cycle. No. Oh, no. Yeah, they are.
Yes.
They are.
Okay.
Yes. Can they hit it? I don't know. Is it 94? It's 94. 94, I think, is the most consistent of all the zero cycles.
Oh, no, not going to go for it. Which he hesitated a little bit before throwing his pearl and then didn't quite get up there fast enough. DKD did get that perch, and he is going to finish off that dragon.
It's going to be what, 12:39 or something?
Yeah, something like that. And our runner on the bottom right too,
12:41.
finishing off around the same time.
Yeah. 12:45. Wonderful. Waiting for Davido. Is there anybody else still running, or is it just Davido waiting for that perch? Yeah, Frankie.
Oh yes,
Frankie entering the end, going for a zero cycle, or not? Looked like they were. Instead, they're going for half bow, probably. I think, because they just charged their crossbow.
Half bow is, I like to see it. It's nice and consistent.
Oh yeah.
In tournaments, especially right now, you have so much time left. This is definitely the play at this time. You don't need to high roll. You just need to finish, because finishing gives you a lot more points than DNFing.
Well, a lot less points.
Oh, sorry, less points. Yeah.
It's the same effect.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good.
It's like golf, isn't it?
Yes,
how the scoring works. And it's confusing because you think more points is better. And I keep on wanting to say more points. And then I just decide it's not more points, but it's confusing. So I'm just not going to talk about points and instead just talk about the speed.
On the note of points, actually, I do believe that these finishes are actually going to put, I think, Oxy in... and Silver tied for first, I think, is how it's going to work out. Because Oxy has 2 points, and they're going to get another 2 points. Silver has 3 and is going to get 1 point. So they're going to be tied for first. Griffin's going to bump down. I probably did that 4th place.
I think to... or
third, I guess.
Third.
Third if you count the tie.
Yeah. Wait, are there 2 people with 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do see some people here waiting for a perch. DeVito is going to get it right here. Let's see how this one cycle goes for him. We have some other runners in the stronghold. Pretty clean first bed, really clean third bed, and gonna finish it off in 4. Nice, clean 1 cycle. We love to see it. And that's gonna be just over 15 minutes for him.
Yeah. Is Frankie still waiting for that perch?
Yeah.
Odyssey is going to second quarters with golden pickaxes.
This is like an overstimulating nightmare of an overlay.
It is. Well, I mean, that font for the timer certainly something.
The cyan with the orange is really...
Yeah. But then the GUI size, I mean, it's a bit big for my personal taste.
Yeah.
But you do what you do. If
maybe
that's
he's
what
on
you
a
like.
laptop and he has a small screen or something.
Maybe. He's on a laptop. He's got Intel UHD graphics and he's got Rage core. But 12th gen, so speedy. Is that D2mir? I don't know how to pronounce that. Or DSmir, something like that. But they're going for a 1 cycle. Frankie just hit that 1 cycle. I can't believe we missed it.
I know.
Finishing at 60-21.
Okay, I'm getting some updates off screen here. We did actually have 6 sub 8s. Budgie did not enter his time into this mission until just now, so he got a 741. So actually 6 sub 8s. That is
6 sub 8s.
Bananas.
That's like a third of the people playing.
Yeah.
That's lovely to see.
Or a quarter of the people.
A quarter. Yeah. No, I can do maths. Wait, is it quarter or is it third? I don't know.
Quarter, because 6 times 4 is 24.
6 times 4 is 32. 6 times 3 is 24.
What?
Not 6. 8 times
6 times 4 is 24.
Wait, is it 6?
8 times 3 is
like how many did 6 people or 8 people?
6 people.
Oh,
6 times 4.
I thought 8 people did.
I don't know.
So I can do maths, I just can't remember numbers. There's a difference. I
Okay,
swear.
and I'm seeing as well that it looks like there's only gonna be
Oh,
one
oh,
DNF for this round, which is absolutely crazy.
oh!
Um,
Whoever's in the bottom right just messed up the 0,
oh
which is
no.
sad to see. But the dragon was low, but they've still got some beds left. I think I can't
I
quite
see at
see.
least one in the hot bar. Um,
Yeah, and a couple more outside. So they're just going to be waiting for that perch now. D2 Mare, or however you say that, is hitting that 1 cycle, not a 0 cycle, a 1
oh,
cycle.
it's gonna have to finish it off with the axe,
Yeah,
but
but it's only 2 hits. So
yeah,
it's
yeah, really
fine.
easy. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is Odyssey has colored beds in their hotbar, which means they went to a village, which I want to know what the logistics were behind
Yeah,
that.
well, I'd imagine it would be on the blind. Maybe they
Yeah,
blinded somewhere slightly different, and so they hit a village. Maybe they even had to like do overworld travel or
that's
something.
true. That's true. Maybe they didn't go for that home
Maybe
portal.
they
Or
didn't.
no, no, there
Maybe
was lots of obby on this scene.
maybe they didn't hit it though.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Maybe their second port was slightly off, but only off by like 200 blocks or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, are we gonna get that perch from Odyssey? If so, we need it soon. We gonna get it. Oh,
Did not go for half bow here, so we're just waiting for the dragon to decide its time.
yeah. It looked like it was going then, but it didn't quite. We need it really in the next 10-15 seconds, otherwise it's gonna be too late. But it looks like it's on the wrong side of the end island.
We might see a force perch come in here, I'm not gonna lie.
Possibly.
Because I do feel like they've been in the end for quite some time now.
Unless did they like break a crystal maybe when going for
Oh, that's true.
0 and mess it up maybe? I don't know. It's too late now though, I'd imagine. It looks like it's perching now. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I think they were just standing too close to the
Yeah.
fountain.
Oh, it's here. It's here. It's now. As they said, force perching in chat. But the
Yeah.
match is over
Oh,
as they're about to hit that first bed. Terribly sad.
that's really unfortunate to
Oh.
see. Heartbreaking. But that being said, so many completions.
So many
So
fast completions.
yeah.
6 sub 8. That's incredible. And obviously, congratulations to Silver for absolutely dominating that. See, I say dominating. Oxy was only 11 seconds behind with a 7-10 from Silver. Beautiful.
Absolutely crazy. We're going to take a break here and head over to our intermission, and we will be back for round 3 in just a minute.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to round number 3 of Weeklies number 3 for 116. I am Nat. I'm joined again by ILCP. Um,
Hello.
to take a quick look at our standings from the last 2 rounds, we have Silver and Oxidia tied for first place with 4 points each. Priffin in third place, third place with 11 points, and Mr. Budgie actually coming in fourth place with 13 points. Kind of a silent but good creep up from him. And then Lodlo with 14 points in fifth place.
Wonderful to see. We can also see all of the runners practicing here, and something I would quite like to say is, who is top left? I don't know who top left is. I think is it Silver, probably? Yeah, no, it looks like it's Silver because the language, and Silver's currently in first. That's normally who's top left.
Okay, yeah, so that's Silver in our main POV here.
A minute ago was practicing 0 cycles and just did some fairly new tech of some wacky bed extensions. So there's been a long time where if you like slightly mess up a 0, you can quite easily save it. But like where you put beds on the side of your 0 cycle setups, like to hit the dragon in different places to get even more damage, so you can more consistently hit like a 4 or 5 bed 0. It's really cool. I hope we see it.
Yeah, that's absolutely cool. We're gonna see the runners get into this seed here. It's looking like a desert temple start, which is fun and funky. I was waiting for a little bit more of a creative overworld because I do like to see those. And we're gonna see it here with this desert temple. And do you have any thoughts or predictions after the crazy nether we saw last time? What do you think we're gonna see?
I propose every single runner ditches any percent RSG and instead makes a pact to just play a full all advancements run right now. They have 20 gunpowder. 20 gunpowder! That's like 60 rockets, you know?
Yeah. Honestly,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
I reckon who wins? I reckon Oxy wins, surely, because I don't know if they still do, but for a while they held the All Advancements SSG. So like I think that is the way to go. No, I reckon, so we've seen, what have we seen now? We've seen housing, we've seen treasure. I reckon you might be right with stables this time. So are we gonna see
surely
stables,
it's stables or bridge, right? Because we've already seen the other two.
I reckon it's going to be stables because it's going to be really punishing. A seed where it's desert temple, so there's literally 20 rotten fleshes, all the food. You know what you really want there? Like the bastion where you're going to get whacked the most. So I reckon the organisers are going to be really cruel and give them a no triple, double gap stables.
Wow, you're mean.
It's cruelty. And there's gonna be 20 obby if you trade out every single block of gold.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. I don't think they're gonna be quite that cruel. I'm thinking we're still gonna see a triple stables.
Yeah. Probably.
We do see also these runners going for sheep for food here. So a lot slower of an overworld, but a lot more materials going in.
Ludlow already entered though, probably lacking the food that Silver's just gathered.
Yeah.
But still, Ludlow speed bridging over lava. That's fun. Let's hope they don't fall. That would be problematic. Entering HDMI, building portal.
I see the bastion, but I can't tell what it is.
That looks like treasure, I think. No, maybe not. No, it's not treasure.
Is that not stables?
No, it's housing.
Oh, it's housing. Okay.
I think, yeah, it's housing.
I can never tell the two apart.
No, I couldn't tell the two apart until literally 2 days ago, and then I sort of figured it out. Like, I couldn't tell them apart until I saw them like from the front. Or I was really close and could tell how wide it was. Yeah. And I just figured it out the other day, and I was like, that makes sense. I was watching somebody talk about it. I can't remember who was talking about it. It might have even been Silver. I don't know.
And we do see some runners going for different routes here. Silver going for a little bottom manhunt. And it looked like some of the other runners went in from above, getting some of the backup gold, I think.
It feels like a year since I've seen a manhunt housing, because I feel like for some reason now the meta is to go top down.
Yes.
Which
And get those
faster.
chests. Yeah.
Get the chests, get those extra gold blocks, anger some more pigs. But
I think that it's really just come down to because everyone's playing ranked now instead of RSG. Because in RSG, Manhunt is faster, and it is gonna, even if it's a little less consistent. Whereas in ranked, you're going a little bit more for consistency.
Yeah, because you can't just you can just reset in ranked, but it's not gonna look good for your placement.
No, it's gonna move you
your
down the
elo
leaderboard
is
a little
going
bit.
to dip. Proceeds to forfeit every time something goes slightly wrong. Imagine. So one of the most prolific resetters ever, FE666, held a world record a couple of years ago. They reset like ridiculous amounts. Imagine them resetting ranked. It's like their elo is negative something.
They're an iron.
Anything that goes slightly wrong, despite them being this incredible runner.
No, it is really interesting how ranked has really changed these runners' playstyles. And yeah, you're right. Like some of these top runners that we used to know don't do as well in this kind of meta versus we've seen some runners like Oxy, who's always been a great runner, but never, held any of those top spots on the RSG leaderboard, moving up into...
Griffin already to Fortress and Ludlow at Fortress, along with No Fear already at the Fortress. I don't know how we didn't see that, but that's
sorry.
Fortress.
I'm like distracted chatting over here.
Me too. I'm having a lovely conversation. We're talking about Minecraft, but we don't see the crazy pace that's on. 5 minutes at a Desert Temple Seed, which are slow anyway. Priffin TNT spawnering, but with 4 TNT. That's lovely. Hout doing a double TNT. So's Ludlow, double TNTs. It's fast. Silver, is he playing Strays? It's a very Silver thing to play Strays.
Yes, does get a stray here though, actually. And yeah, it's really interesting to see because I was thinking with this slow enter, we weren't going to see any sub 10s, but now we have all these runners in the Fortress at 5 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was.
I think this sub 10 is very reasonable depending on how this end looks.
This is a really weird Fortress. Some of it's in Nether Wastes, some of it's in Crimson, some of it's in Soul Sand Valley. And that's really funky because, Nether Waste is like really average. But then you have Crimson where 5RD doesn't particularly work because the mob cap, the way the mob cap works, because there's so many other mobs inside of a Crimson. You can't really 5RD a Crimson. So you have to sit at a spawner. However, Soul Sand Valley, 5RD really works. But it's interesting which parts of the Fortress are where. Ooh, we're changing who's on the mainstream. That's because Priffin has already started to blind, and so is Cow. That's lovely.
Yeah, Priffin actually already thrown his eyes and measured them. It's looking like on his calculator, 100%, I want to say. So
100%, not too far away either, I don't think. 17k in the overworld, so that's gonna be.
Priffin had a furnace out. Was he
cooking food?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's because he got food in the overworld, but didn't use a flint and steel on it for speed, and so he's just cooked it now.
Honestly, not a bad time overlap. I think that's really fair. He's got the iron bars.
He's got the iron bars. He's got the iron bars.
We might see him.
He pulled it off last week. Come on, Priffin. I love Priffin. Priffin, I hate to be biased, but I think Priffin's probably my favourite runner on the screen. And we've got some incredible runners. We've got some incredible runners. We've got Silver here. We've got Oxy. Oxy's awesome. They're all awesome.
Yeah, they're all great runners. This is a day of great Minecraft. I will say that. We're seeing a lot of runners here throwing their eyes as well. No Fear on the bottom here throwing his eyes. We're seeing some runners starting to build their portals. Andrew actually portaling missed his blind, or his second portal, but is able to find the stronghold through his cave system.
Priffin about to enter. Let's hope he hits stronghold. I should imagine he will. He doesn't, but it's right there, so he does.
I think it's just the stronghold got messed up by that cave system.
Weird.
We're seeing some nav coming in from these runners. and it's looking a little funky. I didn't see either runner go for
Priffin
preemptive.
finds the portal room. He's got food. He's pre-crafted stuff.
He's ready to go.
Is he gonna go? Oh, let's hope. It's
And
caged.
it's
It's caged.
caged.
Probably not zero cyclable, but is it ground zeroable?
I want to see.
Oh no, maybe
He's
it is
going
zeroable.
for the zero.
He's going for
Okay.
zero. He's going for zero. He's going for zero. It's what, Y90? I think that was. So yeah, it's fine.
And I think even though he had to tower up or pillar out, it is a front pillar, so able to make it work.
He nearly missed that that setup there, but managed to clutch it with an anchor. And there we have a beautiful zero cycle by Priffin. I should imagine it's the first completion, and it's going to be a low 920s time. What's not to love?
Yeah, slow first half of the seed, but second half of the seed was so fast. Really, really good task overlap for Priffin, and he is going to finish it out.
2 first places today, which is wonderful.
Yes, that's going to bump Priffin.
Lovely to see.
Probably up a few spots. We'll see how Silver and Oxy finish off these runs. We do see Silver right now in the stronghold, and so is Oxy. They're actually a little bit behind though. We've got Andrew who's going for the zero cycle. And so we might actually see Oxy and Silver finish a little bit behind, which is going to put Priffin in a really good spot to take first place.
Oh yeah. A wonderful, wonderful thing for Priffin there if they're slightly slower. Anjo about to finish off. There we go. Zero cycle done. Lovely to see. Same with HDMI cables. Mr. Budgie in the portal room. Wonderful. Silver still messing around with that navigation of the stronghold.
Silver and Oxy had a hard time with this nav. Oxy did manage to find it, and she is going to be going for zero cycle here. So we'll see if Silver can find this portal room, because he is really struggling. Okay, does finally find it. It is going to cause him a lot of time. Not going to be able to do a sub 10 here. Oxy hitting the beds here. Good damage. Dragon at half health. Should be able to finish it off in this last one. And she does, and going to be heading down to the end portal. So we've got some completions coming in. Priffin with a 931 and Andrew with a 1031. So only one sub 10, I believe.
And that means that I think Priffin is the only person who's going to have a sub 10 on all 3 seeds so far. That's crazy.
It's really cool to see.
And it's also crazy that he got a sub 10 in the last seed. He got an 854. He got a sub 9, but it was 10th place.
I know. That's crazy. Like, you get an 854 and you're 10th place. That's how crazy and fast that's
exactly.
Silver is going to be finishing off the dragon here with those lovely zero cycle, and that is going to put him in, I believe, about 5th completion.
You'll be happy. Hinart's going for a half bow.
Okay, nice.
Ludlow waiting for a perch. I think did they mess up a zero maybe, and so they've. Because they're really low.
Really low. And only... Does still have 5 beds, though. So that's good. And he's going to be making some gold armor to make this one cycle a little bit easier. I like that play.
Despite Mr. Budgie being, I think, one of the first people inside the end, he's still waiting for a perch. So maybe he didn't go for the zero or didn't slightly miss. I don't know.
And it really shows the difference that going for zero makes. Like, it just makes your end so fast and so consistent as long as you're able to hit it. We're seeing No Fear here entering the end, and it does look like he is going for that zero. Heart rate going up. This was down at 95, and now it's going up to 100.
Lovely. And hits that first bed. And a second bed, all lovely damage, and a third bed, and a fourth bed, not so good damage there.
We did miss on the side of our screen. Vima is actually finishing off, I believe it was just a 1 cycle, heading into the end portal. And No Fear.
15 minutes, wonderful run.
Yeah. Lovely to see. Budgie is still waiting on this perch. He is getting absolutely rolled by this dragon. This is really heartbreaking to see. Losing several spots here with all these other runners finishing before him. I think that's going to be the perch though here for him. So he's going to start his 1 cycle.
Yeah.
And pretty clean damage. Gonna finish it off with, I think that was a 5+1.
Yeah.
And we've got some other runners in the stronghold. Lots of runners waiting for perches. So I think, you know, it was a little bit more of a challenging 0 cycle where you had to both dig up and then throw your pearl. And if you messed it up, it's you know, it's a little bit more challenging because you have a couple extra steps before you can set it up. So a lot of runners here just going for a traditional 1 cycle.
We also had a handful of people not quite finishing and having a DNF, which is sad to see, but fair enough. Desert Temple Seeds, that was a really fast Desert Temple Seed, but it's a really, like, a fast Desert Temple Seed's a difficult one to maneuver.
And it's one of those things where it's not like the last seed. If you take a death late in the round, you don't have time to get yourself back to the end in time.
No, not with such a short limit of 20 minutes, which, as we can see in some seeds, is fine. You know, in that second seed, you could complete the world twice, at least, in that time. So.
Yeah. We're seeing also a lot of runners having a really hard time with this stronghold nav. It's
horrible nav.
Yeah, this cave system just absolutely destroyed the stronghold, and it's making it really difficult to know where you've been and where you're going.
To be fair, this is the kind of stronghold that I'd probably spend a good 25 minutes looking around, you know? It's like, where's so? It's hell. I hate strongholds.
I'm a strong believer in, like, marking where you've been and where you're going. So I'm always doing that with placing blocks down.
I'm a believer in it, but I always forget to. Lovely finishing out a run there. 15.5 minutes. Wonderful to see. Demir also finishing out a run at 15. Probably, I reckon it's going to be a 15:39. That's my bet. It's completion, but I don't know. And it was a 15:42. It was 3 seconds off. Oh, can't believe it.
We only have 4 minutes left on the clock, and still a few more runners running. This runner here did finally find the stronghold, which is really, I'm happy for them. The portal room. It was a little bit difficult now. Is going to find it, is going to do some pre-crafting, so we might see a 0 cycle, which is definitely a good play here with only 4 minutes left. And these other runners, Frankie, still in the stronghold, is going to be playing it really tight, because if you don't get the 0, you are going to be a little bit stressed for time. For a purge.
It's going to be interesting to see if they don't go for that 0. Are they going to half bow or not? Are they going to half bow and try to get, a consistent 2-minute perch, or are they going to not and hope they roll that 1 in 13 and get an instant perch?
Oh no! Messed up the 0. Really unfortunate. The dragon just got a little bit too low and ate their bed. So it's going to be going just for a traditional 1 cycle. Now, I will say the force perch should come in time, as long as they hit a clean bed cycle. You don't have time to axe probably, but it should be able to finish it out.
Yeah. Let's hope. Odyssey. We're back with Odyssey and their jarring, their jarring screen. But are they gonna manage to find? Oh, they find a burning library. It's Fahrenheit 451, everybody. I wonder if anybody gets. Surely people get that reference. It's like one of the least obscure literature references ever.
No. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So it's fine.
I had one of those annoying English teachers.
What? Oh, I love English. English is lovely.
Okay. Anyways, so we've got 2 runners here waiting for the purge. 1 runner. This. They do find the portal room. So if you 0, you'll be able to
hit it. They've got food. They're pre-crafted. So if they're gonna munch. They're not munching. They're not going for the 0.
Oh, that's that. I don't think they have enough time.
I don't think they do either, and that's really sad to say. but
A perch coming in
people
here for this runner is going to be able to finish it out
lovely.
in time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Max just manages to complete one cycle. There's been so many 0 cycles.
I
I'm now
know,
calling
like
1
zero,
cycle 0
one, ground,
cycles.
is too many words.
Too many cycles.
um,
Can we go back to having like the 15 cycle where you had to hit the dragon with a sword?
Go back to well, you know, if you tune in next week, you can see 1-7 where we do the old style. With a little promo. We do run the 1-7 and the 1-15 on opposing weeks, so
yeah,
really fun to see. We are gonna see a perch come in
Frankie,
for Frankie, so he is
Oh,
gonna have
but they are not hitting those beds. But
Oh,
they've got so many beds that surely it's fine.
okay,
That
finishes
was
it
like
off. That was like an 8
6, 7, 8 beds, but you know, it's fine.
And Odyssey actually oh my goodness, I was gonna say Odyssey pulled a really fast perch there and then messes up his bed placement and dies. Oh, that is really, really heartbreaking to see. And that is gonna be probably the end of our round here. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. Not sure if there's any other runners still running.
A wonderful match that was, though. We get 1 sub-10, a 9:31 from Priffin. You know, some sad endings there, a few DNFs. But overall, that was like one of the fastest Desert Temple seats I've seen.
Yeah, crazy that we saw those hot 10s. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick intermission, and then we will be back for the 4th and final round of the day. So, really exciting stuff. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome back to the fourth and final round of Weeklies. I'm Nat. I'm joined once again by ILCP, and we need to talk for a minute about this leaderboard because this is absolutely crazy. So we have Oxidian in first place right now with a score of 9 points. She finished 5th in the last round, and she was just able to beat out Silver, who finished right after her in 6th place and is going to be in second place with 10 points. And then we have Griffin, who has 12 points. He's the only one.
He's got the fastest combined score, though. So
yes.
he's third, but he's got a combined score of 27.44. Now that's like 41 seconds ahead of Oxy, who's second in combined score time.
And that's the crazy thing, too, is that even though he has the fastest combined score time, he has a 10th place in our second seed with an 8:54. It's so crazy to see that number 10 next to the 8:54 because that seed was just so fast. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here in this last round. Who's going to take first place? I'm pretty positive it's going to be one of these 3 runners. But it's really going to be up to their individual performances. And if it does come down to a tie, remember, we do take their combined time as the tiebreaker. So Priffin is in a good place in that sense, where if it comes down to a tie,
he can pull up.
Yeah, he has a really good combined time.
Right. 5 or so more seconds into the seed. What kind of seed is it going to be? I reckon we're going to see a village. Oh no, we're not.
We're going to see another buried treasure.
Buried treasure or shipwreck?
Oh, maybe
they're
shipwreck.
mining wood, so I'm going to assume it's a shipwreck. I didn't see it, but I'm going to assume.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Woodgy's swimming around, so.
Actually, oh yeah, they're all going for this ship down here. That makes sense. We haven't seen a shipwreck yet. I do want your thoughts on what our nether is going to look like. So
we've had 2 housings
and
a treasure. I don't see. I don't think we see another housing.
No.
I'm still hoping for a really cool stables, especially with as much food as they've got. That'd be fine. You know, they've got 14 carrots, enough for 4 bread. You know, you could do that. But I do love a bridge bastion. So,
yeah, I'm seeing. I feel like it's gonna be bridge or stables. I want to see the stables just because I love seeing how different runners choose to do it. And I'm thinking we're gonna see an SSV work. I want to see that.
I mean, yeah, an SSV fort would be fun. I reckon we're gonna get a really messy basalt delta fort. I think that would be fun. Ooh, there's a ruined portal there with a bunch of golden carrots in. I don't know how many, but I just saw Silver loot it. HDMI and Rao are both finding their way into the nether now, building a portal. Slightly scuffed, but it's fine.
So it's going to be really interesting to see. I mean, I will say there was a lot of carrots in the shipwreck as well, and you can make golden carrots from that. So I don't think runners who didn't go for this ruined portal are going to be too punished.
Well, and it's bridge.
Oh, it is bridge. Okay.
On the bastion, and it's bridge, which is lovely to see. I didn't see whether it was triple or not, but I'd imagine there'll be at least 1 triple. Yeah, no, it looks like the left-hand side's triple.
And yeah, so we're gonna see some runners here entering the nether. It's a little bit of a messy enter, but that's okay. Starting to mine out the gold. Bridge is a little bit slow, but that's okay because it's slow for everyone. We're gonna see how quickly these runners can route it, because the key with bridge is getting enough pigs.
Yes, it is. And there's plenty of pigs by the chalice, you know, just not where you want them. Baby Hoglin messing up HDMI there, but it's fine. They've still got half the health left.
And I want to say there's like quite a few different routes that people are running for bridge. Is that right?
There's a bunch of different routes. I don't know the names of them all, but I know what they look like. There's obviously a couple different ones where you go to the triple. They're always fun, and they're the most common. Whether you go lower triple, where you get them all into a hole underneath the rampart, that's probably the most common. But you see a few people going like in that 1 block hole at the top of the rampart, which is what Oxy is actually about to do here.
So we're seeing Oxy doing Oxy doing the top
Uh,
hole, Silver doing the
yeah,
bottom hole.
is all good. Generally the bottom hole is really quick to get a load of pigs in there, but
Mhm.
it's slightly slower to get up to looting,
Yeah.
and for looking for that fortress, which is why a lot of people now are sort of transitioning over to that top hole. There's also, you can do the central route, and my favorite bridge routes, though I never go for them, are the absolutely mad people that decide, you know what they're going to do? They're going to trade with the pigs on the bridge of the bridge bastion itself.
Oh, yes,
They're
I have
always
seen
the
that.
most fun. There's some
Very
wacky routes,
chaotic.
you know. You got to deal with all those hoglins. You find a way to get all these pigs in a hole, but it's fun and exciting. Oxy pyraying right now. I don't know if
On
she's found
7
it or
Raul
not.
already out of the
Oh
bastion.
wow, that was
He is
fast.
on his way to this fortress, and if Oxy finishes this seed first, that's gonna really upset the leaderboard and really move things around.
Yeah, if Raul can, because I mean,
Or sorry, not Oxy, Raul. Sorry.
Raul's in 5th.
With
So
19 points. So I think the
yeah,
chance of Raul actually winning this is pretty slim, but
it's him upsetting that leaderboard
yeah.
could basically mean that Priffin can't get in. So it's a fun one. It's an interesting one. Oxy, I don't know what Oxy's doing. Waiting for more trades. I think Silver.
Yeah, and
out.
this is kind of showing what you said about how the problem with doing this top hole is you just don't have enough
for a
pigs.
completely different thing. Priffin's getting pigs from the Crimson Forest as well as the Rampart.
What the heck is this? Oh my goodness. You know what? I love a new route. I love
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? This is the Priffin route.
Meanwhile, while Priffin's doing this lovely route, we've got Silver, HDMI, and I don't know, and Raul all in that for Raul on 1 heart manages to get a golden cat off, healing quickly, now at half health again. That's looking a lot safer. There's a moment where his pace was looking doubtful with that health, but it's fine.
And you are right, actually. This is a basalt fortress.
Ah, yes! Oh, it was bridge and basalt.
Yeah, you were right.
I got it. It wasn't a village, though. It wasn't a village.
It wasn't a village. We are seeing some runners go for some beds, and that is the problem with basalts. Is we're seeing it happen to Silver. Is when you go for that bed, you just run so much risk of having all this lava get in your way, and that's really going to slow Silver down.
These are Silver's own words from an analysis of his own ranked. Lava is the worst thing for a blaze spawner, and that's true because not only you get this extra light, which too much light, a little bit of light is good for blazes, too much light destroys them, but also burning rods and changing where the blazes can spawn. It's hell. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, we're seeing the same thing happen to Oxy. So my question is, if you were running this, would you go for the blaze bed, or would you opt to stay safe and not risk that lava?
I think it depends. I would probably either go for blaze bed or I'd go for one of the low down blaze beds, where you just blaze like the front of the spawner.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say as well.
Or maybe just the back of the spawner. That's quite tempting.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I would go for. Is something kind of a low front or back blaze bed. Probably front. Just because you're more aware of what's in front of the spawner versus in the back, you haven't, been that way, so you don't know what's above you.
That's fair, and especially in the spawner that, like Oxy's at, for example, it looks like there's a lot more at the front of the spawner than there is at the back. We've also got a few people in their blind. Silver is out of the stronghold already, having blinded, on way towards. Oxy is in the process of blinding. Are we going to see a tie between the two?
That would be fun and funky. We are seeing 7 Raul and HDMI both already having left the fortress and going to their coordinates. And I like what Raul's doing here. He opted to craft a gold pick and use it to get a bunch of blocks to bridge over this lava lake, versus HDMI actually just chose to swim through the lava, and it was a little bit slow.
Do they not have pearls? Do they not have pearls? I mean, I didn't see how many
HDMI?
pearls they had,
Yeah, they have 5 in their hotbar.
Maybe
But
not to save them.
yeah, I'm guessing he probably is saving some for 0.
Yeah, and in case they don't have quite enough eyes, maybe. This stronghold looks a bit nasty. Maybe it's going to screw people up. I don't know. We've seen a library. Silver doing a cheeky little second preemptive little check. Not getting lucky though. Ooh.
Yeah, this stronghold is looking a little bit mean. But it is the 4th seed, so you know what? If you're gonna give them a nasty stronghold, it might as well be in the 4th one, right?
Yeah. I mean, a nasty stronghold is always tense. And like a really nasty stronghold where you gotta listen out for things, that's always the most interesting. Like, I love watching people like Dougal just randomly find speaking of finding the portal room, Silver finds the portal room immediately.
And it's gonna be a 1 eye too. So it does look like some of these runners are a little bit short on eyes. So you know, 1 eye is good.
Having very few beds, it's going to be interesting to see what he does.
And it's a cage as well.
Cage, few beds. Is he going to go for 0? And he gets stuck there. Probably not going to 0.
Yeah, I don't.
Unless
he does not have
Silver.
Oh,
it's Silver and it's small tower, so he's going to go for it because it's Silver. But he could get punished. And he goes for just 91. But he's only got 3 beds. But yeah, he's got 4 anchors. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, but the dragon flies.
Oh no! Oh, that's so heartbreaking to see.
He's getting ready for half bow already.
Now, I love to see Silver's reaction time here. He did such a good job of reacting to the cage, getting out, trying to go for that 0, didn't work out, and immediately pulls out the crossbow. Like, already knows what his next plan is. And
he's charging it as he threw his pearl down.
Yeah.
It's lovely. He's not, let's be honest, he's not even thinking about it at this point. He is so experienced with this category and with ranked and everything that he knows no 0, you start to half bow.
Yeah, really, really dialed in. I love to see it. Dealing with a lot of fireballs here, unfortunately.
Priffin also half bowing. Lovely to see. So I'd imagine it's seed-wide thing. The dragonflies on 91. So it'll be interesting to see if anybody manages to hit a maybe somebody pushes for 95.
We look like No Fear is actually going for the 95.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see whether the 95 works, but Silver gets a perch, and it's Silver, so we should imagine that he's gonna get it out.
Oh no, the dragonfly's on 95 as well.
Yes, it's not 0able. Unless they're going to go up to like some crazy coordinates really high, which the dragon probably wouldn't be that high anyway.
So Silver finishing this out, and depending on what Oxy does, it's looking like this is going to be Silver's a win, because Oxy is still in the stronghold and there's a lot of other people already in the end. So unless she is able to pull off some crazy semantics, Silver's going to take the win for the day.
Yeah. It's sad. Priffin didn't manage to get a 4th sub 10, which is devastating.
Yes, this was a tough seat to get. That's on. That would have been pretty crazy.
It was looking like it might be possible, but then with that mess of a stronghold mixed with the impossible 0 cycle.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see if anybody gets a setup for ground 0.
I was gonna say this is the seed to do it on, if you have enough iron.
But I don't know if people have enough iron, which is a shame, because I love a bit of ground 0. Everybody loves a bit of ground 0.
We're seeing No Fear finishing off his 1 cycle here, and I believe that is our 2nd completion. I want to say.
Yeah, I think 2nd.
And that is a crazy lead that Silver pulled off, because Silver wasn't that far ahead of anyone, and then he just managed to nab that stronghold a little bit faster and managed to have that really quick reaction time after the failed 0,
and the right amount of towers. Is perfect. Oxy going for a 0, and he's gone for a side setup, I think. Oh, but misplaces a bed, but it's fine because. It's fine, but it's not fine. It's not fine.
Oh my god, on 1 heart. Oh, that really sucks to see. But they are immediately going to that to the half bow.
Priffin finished. Priffin's just finished in 4th place of 13:21.
So this
Ooh.
is gonna push Oxy way down, I think, and I think
Yeah,
puts Priffin probably taking second.
probably Priffin taking second, which, it's wonderful to see for Silver pulling ahead. Sad to see for both Oxy and Priffin. Oxy getting pushed down a considerable amount by this seed, and Priffin also not quite getting the few points that he needed, which is a shame.
Something that's really crazy too is the spread of these completions. Silver finished with an 11:15. No Fear was second with a 12:30, so over a minute after. And then the next place was Raoul with a 13:17, and Priffin right after with a 13:21.
Yeah.
So really going to be interested to see what this does to the leaderboard. Since Raoul was kind of a little bit lower down. See how HDMI cables finishes this out as well. TFJK just finishing off was a little bit challenging in number 1 cycle, but was able to finish it. We're seeing a lot of 1 cycles coming in now. Vimiz doing his. Mr. Budgie doing his as well. And Oxy waiting for that perch still. HDMI cables is in the Bastion still, so it's looking like he took a death picking up his items here.
Maybe
so
looking for some more string, because they've died. They want some beds, maybe.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But there's not going to be very much gold left, let alone they're not going to have an iron pickaxe. Although there's chests.
Yeah, checking these chests. Does have a little bit of string in that chest, so that might be what he needs.
If he can get, 1 really good string trade, 2 good string trades, he might get enough to just be able to get a 4 bed, maybe, or 3 bed axe. Oxy messing up. I don't know about messing up, but
is she short on explosives?
Yeah, I think she's either short on explosives or decided to place a glowstone down on top of the pillar. But that's probably just a flare, and she's just got a lack of explosives, I'd imagine.
We're seeing lack of explosives be a problem for a lot of these runners here. Venify got the perch, but wasn't able to finish off the dragon. Still on about a quarter health, so is going to have to go around and do a full bow and finish off these last few towers. Oh, really hard seed. We are seeing Lodlow finishing off down on the bottom of our screen here, with at about 16 minutes. 90 Tom getting a perch here. We'll see if he can finish this dragon off. Tried to go for the +1, but didn't quite hit it. But had an extra bed.
Yeah. Venfi pillaring up. Oh, they'll get down with a boat. I was trying to figure out how they were going to get down, but then I realized they've got a boat.
They're out of blocks, though.
They
using wool to pillar.
So, I mean, they're going up, trying to get that dragon to perch. Oh, don't forfeit! Don't forfeit! No, don't!
Oh, that's
they could have completed.
Yeah, quite a few DNFs coming out from the seed. Bit of a challenging one for sure. 3 minutes left on the clock here. And we do still have some runners waiting for the perch. Oh, we get a perch here for our bottom right runner. Good beds. Oh no, ran out of beds. Oh, this is heartbreaking. And the dragon has too much health.
Much health, yeah. I mean, it's going to be close, but I reckon it flies.
Yeah, it flies right there.
It's 6 hits that you can get in with the axe. Normally. Is it 6 possibly?
I don't know.
Is it 6 with an axe, maybe 7 with a sword? I can't remember.
I don't know. That's a question for someone who's more technical than me.
Yeah.
And Demir, Demir, I don't know how to say their name.
Yeah, something with a D at the start.
Struggling in this stronghold. It is a tough one for sure.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Oh, does find the portal room here. playing on a really low FOV. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
zoomed in all the way.
is it like, is it?
Oh,
Oh,
there we
they've
go.
just
Yeah.
gone up to Quake Pro. Was it like at normal, which just looks zoomed into us because it's like
We're
we
so
normally
used to
play on
Quick Pro.
something. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing on Quake Pro since before I speedran.
Mm.
I just thought that's what people did, but apparently
I
not.
never I've never been a Quick Pro. I like the I don't know, like 70.
No, I love Quake Pro. Although, if I'm like in a really in the zone PvP mood, then I'll go for like a 90.
Mm. Actually, that's
Um,
true. Since I got a new monitor, I increased it, I think, up to 90. It's been a minute since I've touched Minecraft, I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
But waiting on this perch, only 1 minute left, and these runners I don't think are going to be able to finish in time. It's just looking like that. Maybe
Yeah.
someone's getting a perch here on the bottom, is going to have to come in with an axe, and that might be just barely enough. Or yes, okay, it is enough. It is
Yeah.
enough.
Let's
Uh,
go.
Okay, so
Gonna
that's going to be probably our final
final
completion
completion of the
for this
day.
seed. End of the
Gonna
day, yeah.
earn money. I think is that max? I think I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take a look over at our leaderboard. What? This is oh, not in order.
No. I think it's Silver in first, and I think it's Priffin in second. Silver with 11. Obviously, Silver winning that seed. Both Silver and Priffin getting 2 first places, which is lovely, absolutely delightful to see.
Mhm.
And so Silver winning with 11 points, with a third, a first, a sixth, and a first. Then I think Priffin gets second overall with 16, with a first, a 10th, a first, and a fourth. Then I think it's Oxy in third with a second, a fifth, and a 10th. All incredible scores.
Yeah, and that comes out to 19 total for Oxy. So just got pushed down a little bit because of that 10th place in the last seed.
Yeah.
Had a little bit more trouble with it. And then I believe our 4th place is going to be
Is it No Fear?
Rao?
Oh, Rao. Yeah, no, Rao. So yeah, Raoul in fourth, Mr. Budgie in fifth, which is wonderful. HGMI in sixth, but tied with Mr. Budgie, so both of them in sixth. No Fear in seventh, VMiz in eighth, Upert in 40th, and Kahout in 43. Wonderful to see. Some brilliant times. Priffin there, getting 3 sub-10s. Well done, Priffin. That was wonderful. I mean, we've had a couple people get a few sub-10s. Wonderful to see.
Yeah, 3 is really, really impressive.
So, congrats to Silver for winning there. It's wonderful to see. Awesome from everybody. So many wonderful performances today. So many incredible zero cycles. I think did 90 Tom hit a ground zero too, which is always fun to see.
Yes, we did get to see one zero or ground zero, which was really, really exciting for us to see and cool to talk about it a little bit. We are going to send you guys over to Antoine. He is doing the fundraiser for Palestine. It's a really important cause. So speedrunners are running, and all donations go to Palestine aid efforts. And there's artists participating as well. And I believe he has information in his stream on how to donate and all that kind of stuff. We will be back next weekend for 1/7 on Saturday and 1/15 on Sunday, and same time as always. And then 1/16 will be back, I believe, the weekend after that. So definitely be sure to come back. Even if you don't run 1/7, 1/15, come by and give it a watch. It is really exciting stuff.
You might get hooked on a new category. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Congrats to Silver. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, thanks for commentating with me.
Yeah, thank you. It's been so much fun.